If you've ever been the person who listens attentively, sends cheerful morning texts, offers assistance, and yet she still seems to lose interest, this message is for you. You're not doing anything wrong. Rather, you might be approaching things in the wrong sequence, with the wrong intentions, and often with the wrong energy. No one has explained why this happens. They often say, just be nice. Just be yourself. But the truth can be harsher than that. Women aren't repelled by kindness. They are often turned off by weakness that masquerades as kindness. Many well-meaning guys fail to recognize that they may be projecting an aura of weakness. In this discussion, I will clarify why this occurs, not to make you colder or manipulative, but to help you navigate interactions in a way that commands respect rather than mere approval, allowing attraction to develop organically rather than feeling forced. Many men naturally exude that nice guy energy, but there are clear, actionable strategies to shift away from it without losing your authentic self, just by being more strategic in your approach. If you stick around until the end, I'll share how to transform your energy without pretending to be someone you're not, simply by altering how you present yourself. Rule 1. Don't be too nice. Too soon, leading with kindness can make you seem replaceable. Avoid giving too much too quickly. Many men are taught to initiate with kindness, compliments, generosity, and availability. However, when this is your primary approach, it doesn't foster attraction. It creates expectations. Why is that? When you give excessively without her investing anything in return, she doesn't recognize your value. She only senses your neediness. This phenomenon is known in psychology as pre-investment imbalance, where one person is doing all the giving before the other has even decided if they want to engage. For instance, if you meet a girl and immediately start sending lengthy texts, liking all her posts, calling her queen, and offering to take her out, she hasn't done anything to earn that level of attention yet. You're projecting boyfriend energy before establishing any attraction. The outcome? She may think you're sweet, but she's not feeling a spark. It's not because you're too good, it's because you're too predictable, too easy, and too quick. And being easy rarely feels valuable. Rule 2. Don't overshare emotionally. Too soon. Being overly emotionally available too quickly can kill curiosity. If she asks, "How was your day?" and you respond with a lengthy 4-paragraph message detailing your schedule, emotions, hopes, childhood traumas, and favorite songs, you might think you're fostering connection. However, what's really happening is that you're granting emotional access that she hasn't earned yet. It's akin to handing someone the keys to your house on the second date. Even if she likes you, something will feel off. Women are intuitive. If you're too open too soon, they may feel pressured to reciprocate your emotional depth, and if they're not ready, they'll pull back. Instead, embrace an air of mystery. Respond thoughtfully, but allow your deeper layers to unfold gradually. For example, if you meet a girl on social media, and within 2 days, you're sharing your entire life story, your doubts, your past heartbreaks, and even saying, "I feel like I can tell you everything," she may initially listen but eventually go cold and disappear. Why? Because you were trying to create emotional closeness too quickly. Instead of projecting strength, you came off as overly intense, which can push her away. Remember, presence is attractive. Over-explaining is not. Rule 3. Don't avoid tension. Avoiding tension can make you appear weak, so don't shy away from saying no. Many nice guys dislike conflict, so when a woman pulls back, cancels plans, teases, or tests boundaries, they often respond with, "No worries, I understand." However, deep down, they feel disrespected, and she senses that too. A woman will often test your boundaries, not always intentionally, but to see if you stand for something or if you're merely trying to please her. For example, if she says she'll call but doesn't, and you reply with, "It's okay, I know you're busy," you're not holding your boundary, you're trying to avoid conflict. That silence and lack of accountability communicate one thing: you're afraid of losing her. Nothing diminishes attraction faster than a man who appears scared to lose a woman he barely knows. Another scenario: you ask her out, and she responds with, "I'm not sure," or "I'll let you know." Instead of moving on, you offer more dates, more locations, more chances. Your eagerness to make it work can lead you to forget to maintain your own frame. Consequently, she loses interest because it feels like your value hinges on her. You become overly available, and that's not attractive. Real men don't seek conflict, but they also don't shy away from it. Rule 4. Respect is key to desire. You can't expect her to desire you if she doesn't respect you. If you make her your focal point, wanting her to like you, you may inadvertently shift your energy. You start treating her well, which is fine, but at some point, you may lose your identity and become a man who seeks her to fill his life. You text excessively, wait for her replies, and cancel your plans at the slightest hint of her attention. This creates dependence, which is unattractive. Here's a hard truth. Women don't dream of being your emotional crutch. They want a partner they can lean on, not someone who leans on them. A woman may appreciate your kindness, but if she doesn't respect your independence, she won't crave your presence. Don't hesitate to take space. Let her wonder about you. For instance, if you start dating a girl and suddenly everything else in your life fades away, friends, gym, personal goals, all your energy goes into her. Initially, she may enjoy the attention, but that won't last. Why? Because she'll sense that you lack a life of your own. No one remains attracted to someone who loses themselves to gain approval. Rule 5. Don't force connections. Avoid trying too hard to create a connection. Picture two restaurants. One has a line out the door, while the other is pleading for customers to come in. Which one draws you in more? The same principle applies to people and dating. Nice guys often feel the need to impress, explain, and overprove themselves. They might say, "I'd treat you so much better. I'm not like those other guys. You deserve someone like me." While this may sound sweet, it carries an underlying message. Please choose me. That's not attractive. It's pressure. Men who command respect, attention, and attraction don't beg for it. They attract it by not needing it. They lead fulfilling lives, move with purpose, and invite rather than chase. Here's where it gets real. Once you recognize these patterns and stop repeating behaviors that push her away, you'll see a shift. In school, you might be the guy who helps her with homework, carries her books, and responds promptly to every message. You think you're building a connection, but she may label you as sweet while dating someone who barely speaks in class. Instead, don't offer full relationship energy to someone who hasn't shown genuine interest. Be helpful, yes, but don't be overly available. The calmer and more centered you are, the more she'll start to wonder about you rather than use you. On social media and dating apps, you might send thoughtful messages, ask meaningful questions, and respond quickly. Yet, her replies become shorter and slower, until one day she vanishes. The solution? Mirror her effort. Don't chase after dead energy. If she's unresponsive, be brief. If she's late, slow down. The more you align with her vibe rather than overcompensate, the more she'll recognize your value instead of your neediness. In relationships, you might shower her with love, gifts, support, and reassurance, making her feel safe and appreciated. But one day, she might say, "I don't know. Something feels off," and you'll feel lost. The real move here is to stop over-functioning. When you do too much, it becomes expected rather than special. Take a step back and allow her to show up as well. Genuine attraction isn't solely about comfort. It requires a bit of edge, space, and mutual investment. Being kind isn't what's holding you back. It's the source of that kindness that matters. If it stems from fear, insecurity, or a desire to be liked, it won't resonate as you hope. Instead, it will come across as pressure rather than presence. However, if your kindness is rooted in calm confidence, clear standards, and genuine self-respect, it becomes powerful. That's the key difference. You're not here to beg for attention. You're here to move with value. So stop reaching out first every time. Stop rearranging your plans for those who haven't earned that level of access. Stop assuming that being nice automatically fosters connection because it doesn't. It creates expectations and often leads to disappointment. Nice guys don't fail because they're nice. They fail when their niceness conceals neediness. Lead with value, not validation. Maintain your frame and allow attraction to develop from respect, curiosity, and balanced energy. You're not here to be chosen like a prize. You're here to determine who deserves a place in your life. This shift can change everything. If this resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment, even just a few words. It'll help you remember, and it might assist someone else too. Hit the like button if you found this content valuable and share it with someone who could benefit from it right now. Trust your instincts. We're all striving for clarity and strength within ourselves. Let's cultivate resilient minds that don't break,